LOS40.
Tetris is a game that has gotten through pretty much every generation of gamers. Why would you say that is?
Oh, because it's a game that doesn't have any, it's a timeless game. It's about geometry, and geometry has pretty much existed since the days of Pythagoras, thousands of years ago. And Tetris fits into that category. All other games have some kind of culture or some kind of a time frame, historical time frame attached to them. And so when they go out of style, so do the games, just like music.
I agree. Also, something that is very recognizable of the game is its music. We can all hear it in our heads. So I wanted to ask you if you had anything to do with it.
Yeah, frankly speaking, I was looking for good music that I wouldn't have to pay lots of royalties for. So, I decided
It seems to be a modern day problem as well. Like content creators do have to struggle with it.
Yeah, no, I know. And so I wanted to, and especially since the game was a Russian game, I thought, well, let me reach into Russian history and put some Russian folk music on it. And I picked tunes that I recognized myself. Turns out they're not all Russian folk songs, but they're definitely all Russian music. And so there was no copyright attached to them.
Well, thank you. Chile is celebrating his 2023 Festigame edition, and you are our prime guest. So I want to know if you're looking forward to it.
Oh, definitely. I'm so excited to go back to Chile after all this time. I think it's been like 10 years or maybe even 15 years since I've been there. And so I'm really interested to see how Chile has changed. Yeah, I'm just excited that there's a vibrant game community in Chile or in South America that would be interested in a little bit of computer game history.
Yeah, we do. We have grown. It's more acceptable now for people playing. Before, it used to be something for kids. Now those kids have grown, so they are
Yeah,
commanding the industry now.
there you go. Perfect.
Something that is always fun to ask is because despite the fact that you produce Tetris, are you any good playing Tetris?
I'm pretty good. I'm a very competitive person. So when we were first testing Tetris, I was definitely one of the top players in the company always. On the Game Boy, I've made the space shuttle come out many times. So yeah, I would say I was, I haven't played in a long time. So I'm probably rusty. But yeah, I'm certainly, I would say, top 10% of Tetris players.
Well, it's a good thing that you said that you are competitive because I was wondering if you ever thought that Tetris was going to become this insane game that will have really insane players doing insane things on it. It's actually
Oh,
worldwide competitions. Did you ever thought it was going to go that way?
I didn't, but then one of our licensees in Japan created an arcade version, which has to be the most, how can I say, the most intense Tetris gameplay of all versions of Tetris. And when I saw how a person plays on that version, OMG, then people are capable of anything.
Oh yeah, I mean it's really hard to actually see what they're doing. It's just really fast. I love that how the game actually allows that.
Yeah. Not all
And
of them allow that because the interface isn't like the same exactly on every machine. For example, the phone doesn't have the same twitch ability that you have with
yeah,
buttons. And so Tetris loses a little bit of something when you play it on the phone. Um, but certainly Tetris could be the how can I say, the most intense hand-eye coordination game of all time if you play it to the high levels.
I also agree on that. Are you currently playing something else? Are you an active gamer?
I'm not an active gamer. In fact, since the last time I talked to you, I actually bought a PlayStation because I felt
Seriously?
guilty after I felt guilty not owning a game machine, and so so far I haven't bought any games for it. I just bought the machine so I could watch some DVDs. But now I'm actually looking forward to buying some games. What game should I buy?
Well, PlayStation has a really, really good array of games. My personal favorite, it will be The Last of Us, which is a TV series now. It's a very story-driven game, and I think you might like it. It's a beautiful game.
Okay. I would like the listeners of Los 40 to come and see me talk at Festigames 2023. I look forward to being there and answering any interesting questions you might have.